welcome back to another video. My name is Alizaya and I'm your favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big pair or whatever. I'm back. How y'all doing, girl? You already know what this black transsexual is having to do, girl. I'm having to push out this content for y'all, girl. Boom shakalaka. Before we get into today's video, girl, because I know you guys seen the title on there, I'm gonna be like, girl, what are we finna get into today, girl? I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe because you will never find another girl or black transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the big pair or whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. So y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, I really don't know how to start this, so I'm gonna try my hardest to be raw and unfiltered with y'all. But like, what I've learned being, a 19-year-old trans woman, I had to understand that I had to be very independent. Like my family, for example, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like my auntie, I love her down, but she's very manipulative. Like my whole family, like not all my whole family, but my family on my mom's side, they're very manipulative. Like they are like, how do I say this? They're very selfish per se. And something that I've had to learn is that, I'm the type of person where, I am not, how do I say this? I like people, you get what I mean? I'm a very people person. I love talking to people. And, I like to hear other people's experiences. When I try to have conversations with my auntie, about my transition and stuff, it's like she'll always shut me down. And then when I try to talk to my granny about the same thing, like they'll always shut me down. Like say like, you get into an altercation with your family and you're trying to tell them like, hey, you don't like this, or hey, I don't like that you're doing that. Like, they're always like, oh, I'm right. This is my house, da 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 da. And me, I'm the type of person where I like to shut down. Like I'm a very shutting down person. Like I get overwhelmed very easily, and I don't like to overwork myself. I don't like to overwhelm myself period. You get what I mean? And pertaining to my jobs, like I've had 10 jobs in the past, you get what I mean? So this is like my 10th job that I'm currently at. And throughout all of my jobs, I've never kept a job. I'm gonna be honest with you, like I barely lasted a month at all those other jobs. The job that I'm currently at and the job I had before, I lasted at both of those jobs for literally a year. And it's like, oh my God, like get up into the bag, like hello, like I'm really in my grown folks era. And mainly the reason why I was so tired of my other jobs is because I realized I'm starting to rely on others. Like when I was at my other jobs, like I used to live with my auntie and I used to live with my mama. So I had, a way to, fall back if I quit my job. Like, hey, I ain't got to pay no bills, so I really don't care. Because I'm in my own place and because I have my own, I have my own stuff to go through and I have to be independent. I have to be an adult. I have to understand that I just can't quit my job. I can't just up and quit a job. I'm going to have to go get another job and then quit my job. You get what I mean? And that's what I was telling y'all when I was trying to teach y'all how to, get a job, how to keep your job and shit like that. Like you have to be very smart when you're moving throughout this world. You get what I mean? And my family is very homophobic. I'm gonna be honest with you. My family is very homophobic. They say they're not homophobic and they say they're for the people. If you get what I mean, they're for the people and they are not, so homophobic, transphobic, stuff like that. But it's like, how can you say that you're not homophobic when every time we're out in public or every time it's behind closed doors, you'll call me Isaiah and stuff like that. I always tell you guys that you don't need to care about what people think about you. You don't need to care about people misgendering you. And the reason why I say that the most is because I used to go through that stuff. I used to go through that stuff a lot. It used to break me down a lot. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, every time me and my auntie and my mama got into an argument, or just my family in general, when we got into an argument, they'll call me the F slur. They'll like to try to throw it in my face that, I'm gay, I'll never find love, I will always, I'm gonna catch, that, thing, if you get what I mean. I can't say it on here. But, they'll always throw it in my face. And it's like, all gays are not like that, to be honest with you. Like, I know I lust over people and stuff like that, but like I have, I have self-love in myself and I care about myself. I'm a very safe person. When you're being a 304, like, to be honest with you, when you're being a 304, you got to understand that you got to be safe. Always use protection. Always wear plastic wrap, either or. Like both of y'all have to wear plastic wrap if y'all both doing it, if you get what I mean. You get what I mean? And when I was telling my auntie that, I'm like, you're worrying about me and you're worrying about my lifestyle, or not even my lifestyle, my life journey and stuff like that, and you're trying to rub it in my face like, hey, I accept that I'm transgender. And every time I would try to, tell her I accept that I'm transgender, she'll be like, oh, well, it's still wrong. God wouldn't want you to be gay, stuff like that. It's like, I don't mean to say this, but I'm going to say, like, I truly don't care what anybody thinks about me and pertaining to, the upper, whoever is in the clouds, if you get what I mean. It's like, if God hated me so much, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a purpose in life. I know that I have a purpose in life because God is still keeping me here. I know God and the universe and all that extra my guardian angel, they're keeping me here to keep going. They're keeping me here to make an impact. They're keeping me here to show up and show out for myself. At the end of the day, I had to understand that this is my life, and my family, I love them down, but they're very homophobic, they're very transphobic, and they're just very ignorant when it pertains to me. And I understand that a lot of people don't understand me. I understand that a lot of people would never get me. I understand that a lot of people don't understand and don't like that I'm transgender. But I always say this, my life journey isn't for you to understand, it's for me to understand. I understand that I do want to make it in this world. I do understand that I want to have kids. I do understand that I want to have my own assets. I do want to have my own things going for myself. And I can't have that stuff if I'm living under somebody else's roof who's taking my money. And that was the biggest thing with my auntie and my family, and it's pertaining to my mama too. Like when you come off of work or when you get paid or whatever, right? My aunt used to always ask me for gas money. I'm not against giving somebody gas money, because like, hey, you're taking me somewhere and you didn't even have to take me. So yeah, I'm gonna give you gas money. But when you're starting to ask for $40, $50, $80, $100 for gas, like where the hell what are you using for this goddamn gas? Like when I'm giving her gas money, like I remember one time I gave her $100 for gas money, and then I asked her, because I was curious, I'm like, what are you doing with that $100 for gas? Like, you don't even need that much, because like she's riding in a goddamn beat up by Chevy car. So it's like, what the hell do you need? The car don't need that much gas. Like, this is a small town. And she's telling me, she was like, you don't need to worry about that stuff like that. You don't need to worry about me. I'm grown. I pay my own bills. So then you're so grown, you're so about this, you're such a go-getter and stuff like that. She will always tell me that stuff, and then I realized, like, she would go and, gamble her money away, and then she'll be mad at me, and she'll be mad at everybody in the household. She'll be like, oh my God, like, I'm broke. Like, how are you so broke? Like, I never understood it, because my auntie was a manager, mind you. No, she wasn't even a manager, she was a GM. So I don't understand how you're a general manager, like you're a manager over this establishment, and you're still broke. You're literally making salaries, you're making hourly, you're making like $15-$20 an hour, and you're still broke. You're working 7 days out of the week nearly, you're still broke. This doesn't make no sense. Some of these people in my family don't have good money management skills, and me, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have good money management skills until I got out of Waco, and I got out of my hometown, and I realized, like, hey, if I want to make it in this world, hey, if I don't want to be homeless, hey, if I don't want to end up like my auntie sitting over here begging other people for money, I gotta understand that I can't sit over here and blow my money. That's why I tell y'all all the time, like, hey, you don't need to be sitting over here blowing your money on stupid things like wigs, nails and stuff like that. It's cute every now and again, but you don't need it every freaking month, because that shit adds up. Like, that type of money, like when you're spending so much money every single month, it adds up. Like, I don't need to look fabulous all the time, because I understand that I'm very comfortable in my skin. Like, I understand that I am transgender, so there's going to be times where I do look clocky, I do not look up to par, because my money is tight, or not even my money is tight, like, or I just want to spend that money on ghetto stuff. Like, I don't want to spend that money on useless items. And I would tell my auntie, like, she'll always throw it in my face, like, you're buying all these wigs and stuff like that. Hey, honey, like, sometimes I like to look beautiful. Like, I can't look beautiful. Like, honey, I'm Alizea. Like, girl, I'm going to be beautiful when I want to be beautiful. You get what I mean? Like, yeah. And I remember one time, she told me, like, it was like my 18th birthday. She pulled me to the side when me and my friends were hanging out. She's like, I hope you know that you're gonna start paying rent and stuff like that. I'm like, how much is rent? She's like, so rent is $600. You also gotta pay the water bill. You gotta pay the light bill. I'm like, you want me to pay all your bills? Your name is on this goddamn lease. My name ain't on this goddamn lease. I don't know who the hell you talking to. So we got into an argument about that. And like I always say, when we get into an argument, she'll call me a slur, or she'll call me, the B words and the H words and stuff like that. And it's like, when I would go back and forth with her and I'll start calling her those types of things, she'll be like, you're not supposed to talk to me like that. You're not supposed to talk to me like that. If we're so-called family, why are you talking to me like that? This is why I always say, like, some family ain't family. Some friends aren't friends. And some people just aren't good for you. You get what I mean? And like my auntie, I love her down, and my granny, I love them down. But like when they die, I might not go to their funeral because they traumatized me so much. It's like, I don't want to keep, opening that baggage. I don't want to keep opening up that trauma. Like, I want to let that stuff go, and I let that stuff go. I don't care about people. Like, I care about myself at the end of the day. Like I always say, when you're grown and you're out of somebody else's household, or even when you're grown, like once you hit 18, you're gonna have to become very selfish. And not selfish to where you're being evil and you're being nasty to everybody else around you. No, I'm just talking about being very selfish with your money, your mind, your mental, like your spirit. Like, you always got to keep a good spirit, because I always believe in good karma. What you put out in this world always comes back to you. And that's why I try my absolute hardest to be as kind as I can. But some people you just can't help. And literally, my auntie is one of those people. You just can't help her. And I love her down, but it's like, I realize, like, I want to make it. I want to, sit over here and give back to my supporters. I want to give back to the homeless. Like, I've always said that. I love talking to people, and not every homeless person is a not every homeless person is, somebody off the streets, doing those substances and stuff like that. Like, some of these people actually have heart, some of these people actually have a kind soul. And that's why when I do see a homeless person who is a kind soul, and I understand that, sometimes it just didn't work out, I throw them a little something. Like, when I gave that one homeless person, I gave her like $80. I don't know what I gave her, but I gave her a lot of money, girl. No shade. I really needed that money, girl, because I couldn't afford Ubers. Literally, it was bad, girl. But yeah, I gave her money out of the kindness of my heart. I said, you can go do your little substances, but make sure you feed yourself. This is supposed to last you at least a day. I don't know how it is out here in these streets, but at least get you something to eat, and at least get you something, you look good or whatever, girl. Because I ain't against you doing your little good, girl, because I do my little good from time to time. You get what I mean? And I always tell people, like, at the end of the day, this is your life. Like, I always tell y'all that this is your life. Nobody else is walking your path. So why the fuck do you care about what people think about you? Why do you care so much about what people are sitting over here, telling you what to do? If you know that you don't want to sit over here and go to college, if you know that you don't want to sit over here and live in your home state, if you know that you don't want to sit over here and be under your parents' roof for the rest of your life, get the fuck up and go get a job. Get the hell up and go sit over here and go, save your money. Stop wasting your money. Like, I don't understand it. I don't. Like, I realize I don't want to live under anybody else's roof. I love my house. I love my apartment. I get to walk around here naked. I get to walk around here just being free. Like, I just feel so free. Sometimes I can just scream. Sometimes I can just feel so free. That's why sometimes, like, when I have friends and they say they want to come over, I decline their invitations, because it's like, girl, like, I love my peace. I love my spirit. I just love my peace. Let me just keep it real. I love my peace. You get what I mean? And pertaining to my life, like, I understand that, sometimes I do compare myself to others, and sometimes I do compare myself to, like, my peers, because it's like, I feel like, I'm stagnant in my life, but I do understand that my life is very different from others. My life is very different from, everybody else. And I understand, like, a lot of my friends, like, I always tell you, I feel like friends are not forever and I will always say this, if they're not on the same path that you are. If your friends are on the same path that you are, like, they're trying to get their shit together, like, y'all are actually vibing, and you just feel no off vibes, like, keep that friend. But, like, my old friends, like, I always told them, like, hey, like, I really want to make it. Like, hey, I really want my own apartment. And I remember my friend telling me, like, you're not even, like, you don't even have a car, so what do you mean you want your own apartment? You don't even have your stuff together because you're still living with your auntie and stuff like that. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I always told people I will always get everything that I want. I will work hard for everything that I want. Like, I worked so freaking hard to have this apartment. I worked so hard to sit over here and just have everything that I own. I own a lot of things and I dream of more. I'm going to get more because I'm Alizea. I work hard for everything that I own. I love that about me. I will never quit. We are not quitters. I'm not a quitter. I told my family I would never quit on anything that I want. I told everybody I would never quit on anything that I want. When it's time, it's time. And I always trust my intuition. I always trust my instinct. And I always listen to the universe. When the universe tells me that it's time to go, honey, it is time to go. I'm going to pack my bags and I'm going to go. And I always do it. I always get everything that I want. I told myself that I would have my own apartment at 18. I didn't even realize I got my apartment at 18. Like, that's an accomplishment. Like, honey. And I've been at this apartment for a year. Like, it's crazy. I've been having this apartment for a year. There were times where I did struggle and I thought I couldn't pay rent, but that's because I didn't know how to manage my money and I was blowing through money. But I got my stuff together. I got my mind right. And hey, honey, look where I'm at. Like, boom shakalaka. I tell myself all the time, like, every day is not promised. You get what I mean? And your family is not promised. Like, sometimes even your closest family members, they might not be here tomorrow. I love my family down, but it is time for me to get up and do what's best for me. And I had to walk out on my family. I had to go. When me and my auntie got evicted, that was like that was a very, like, I'm gonna be honest, that was a, like, traumatizing point for me, because it was like, damn, like, oh my god, I don't know where to go. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do anymore. Like, I still worked this job, but my job was shutting down. Like, my job, like, they went out of business. So it's like, oh my god, like, oh my god, I lost my roof, I lost my home, my mama's dead, my auntie got evicted, like, I don't have a job, like, I'm homeless, basically. Like, I'm house hopping. Like, I don't want to go through this. And it's like, it's time for me to get my stuff together. That was an eye-awakening moment for me. Like, how do I say this? A lot of the bad things that happen to you, beautiful people, I want you guys to understand that some of those bad things are not bad things. Some of those things are life-changing things. You have to think about the bad things as a life-changing thing. Like, times where my job is ghetto, like, I understand that I'm not going to be here for the rest of my life. I even told my manager that, like, I'm not doing this for the rest of my life. Like, my mama died for me. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like if it wasn't for my mother passing away, I wouldn't be as strong as I am now. I realize if she can do it, I can do it. And I always tell y'all, if I can do it, you can do it. I gotta pass this message on. It is time for us to get the fuck up. It is time for us to do what's best for us and to choose us. It is time for us to choose what is best for us. This is our life. Do y'all not understand that? Nobody else is walking your path. Nobody cares about you the way that you need to be caring about yourself. I'm sorry to be real with y'all, but, like, I'm trying to be as open as I can with y'all, and I'm trying to also censor myself because I want to get monetized, girl. I need my bills paid. No tea, no shade, girl. Hello, YouTube coming with that cute coin. But it's like, I told myself I'm gonna start doing YouTube. And baby, I've never realized how far I've come with this YouTube stuff. I never realized how far I've come just with my whole journey. Like, baby, I'm about to be 20 years old. I don't live with my family anymore. There are some 30-year-olds who are still living under their parents' roof. How are you 30 years old living with your parents? That is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. I know some things happen to y'all. Not y'all, but, like, I know some things happen to people. But it's like, wouldn't you want more for yourself? Sometimes you have to put down the Nicki Minaj. Sometimes you're going to have to put down the little Papa Pastor so you can get together. Like, if you want more for yourself, truly, you're gonna have to get up and sacrifice. The biggest thing that my family, like my brothers, And my sister, she taught me to sacrifice. Sometimes I'm gonna have to sacrifice certain things in order to get, to where I want to be. Like, I have to sacrifice Nicki Minaj. I have to sacrifice certain things. The only reason why I hate Nicki Minaj is so I can get through work. When I'm gone and when I move, the next time I move, girl, this is going in the trash can. I always throw these in the trash can. Like, I don't even use these when I'm outside of work. Like, literally. And this one ain't even mine, y'all. This one is my friend's, girl. Let me stop. Let me get on track, y'all. But like, I'm so serious. Like, I'm all about me at the end of the day. I'm a very people person. I love people down. But at the end of the day, I'ma always choose me because this is my life. Nobody is, walking my path. Nobody is going through what I am going through. I am going through what I am going through. My name is Alizea. I am black and I'm trans and I'm beautiful. Nobody is here to stop me. Nobody is going to stop me. I will always get everything that I want. I will always shine bright like a diamond. You better put some respect on my name. I will always do what is best for me. And I told my family that. I told my family, like, hey, you might not see the vision that I see, but I see the vision. I remember my auntie told me, you will never make it on TikTok. You don't even need to even be doing that. You need to go get a real job. And then when I got monetized, here she come begging for money. I hate people that beg other people for money because it's like, hey, you got your own money. This is my money. This is my coin. You, like, people don't understand. When you're like an influencer, not even influencer, when you're content creating, this is like another job. Like, I'm tired. Like, sometimes I don't even feel like getting up making content. Sometimes I don't even feel like making videos. But I do understand that it might make somebody else happy. It might make somebody else smile. I'm here to make people smile. I don't know if my video ever blows up, but I do this because I love it. I do this to make an impact. I do this because I want to sit over here and make people happy. I do this because this is what makes me happy. I'm going to always choose me at the end of the day. My name is Alizea. I will always say that. I love being Alizea. I love being a black trans woman. I love being the person who I am because this is me. And I'm never going to dim my life for anybody. And I put that on everything I love. I don't want to ever, and I mean ever, stop. This is going to be an everlasting journey for the rest of my life until I am next to my mother. But I promise to God, I will always, and I mean that in the the truthfulest, girl, I'm stuttering, but like, I mean this. Like, I love myself. I truly love myself and I love my family down. But I do understand that everybody's on a different path. And hey, sometimes you just gotta, do what's best for you. You need to do what's best for you, Bookie Bears. I love you guys. And I mean that too. I want to do live streams. I want to do more content. I might post a community tab, girl. You already know. Like, hello. You already know. Like, I'm just happy to be alive. Like, sometimes I am drained and sometimes I am so sick of this goddamn job. Like, sometimes I really hate my job, but it's at the same time, like, my bills need to be paid. I will make sure my bills are paid before I do anything else. I promise to God. If I gotta, stop doing YouTube videos and make sure my bills is paid, girl, I'll be like, hey, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta pay my bills, y'all. Because rent is due. Literally, rent is due in a couple of days. And I got my money, so don't play with me. Put some respect on my name. I love myself, though. I really do. I am so happy to be alive. I am so happy to just be myself. I am tired of this job. I am tired of this city. I'm tired of this state. And I was so tired of my family. And I realized, hey, when it's time to go, it is time to go. I love you guys. This was the ghettoest video I've ever made in my life, girl. I don't even know how long this video is, girl. God, call the laws, y'all. Call the gosh darn laws. But I love you guys. Stream Nicki Minaj. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video resonates with somebody. And I hope I can make somebody smile. At the end of the day, my content isn't for me to go viral. My content is for me to sit over here and make people happy. I don't need to compare myself to anybody because this is my life. My name is Alizea. I hope you guys enjoyed. I gotta go, girl. This was just a ghetto ramble video, girl. I don't care. Like, girl, I just like making content. Literally. I'm doing this because I love it, okay? But yeah, let me, stop sitting over here, dragging this on, girl. Y'all, I love y'all. Straight Nicki Minaj. I gotta go, girl. Hang it up flat screen. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye, love.